hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to my channel. Well, I've been having some lemons for quite a while, and they're really big and pretty lemons. And sometimes I just can't decide what the hell I want to make with them. So today it's late, so I'm just gonna make an easy lemon tart, and it's just a little bit of baking. It's pretty easy, and I thought you would enjoy it. So I'm gonna share it with you, and I got it off the internet. I changed it a little bit, but mostly I got it off the internet. And I'll tell you where I got it from because I forgot. So let's get started. What we're going to do is preheat our oven to 350. And I'm going to use this pan. It might be a mistake, but we'll see if I can press the crust in. Because this is 1.5 cups of graham cracker crumbs. I just bought the crumbs. You could actually just buy a graham cracker crust if you want to. And this is a third of a cup of sugar. I'm going to add that. And this is 6 tablespoons of melted butter. And I'm using salted butter. It's just what I have out right now. I think it's salted. And I lost my spoon. Here it is. So you're just going to mix this up. You kind of just want to make sure that the graham cracker crumbs get wet. I might should have mixed the sugar in first, but it doesn't matter. Make sure I get all the butter out. Yeah, I don't have a lot of patience when it's time to press a crust into a pie dish. It looks pretty wet. If you find it's not wet enough, you could add a little bit more butter. And this is only going to bake for about 8 minutes. This is a pretty easy recipe, and I want to try it. And it's you don't make a lemon curd. A formal lemon curd. I like this version better because it has condensed milk in it. And I love the condensed milk with the lemon flavor. I often make cheesecakes with that same flavor. Okay, that looks pretty good. So let's just pour it in here. Looks like it's going to be a pretty thick crust. Just going to start spreading it out. Yeah, that's pretty thick. You could use a tart pan, you could use a pie dish, whatever you have. So let me press this out, and on the sides I'm going to use my measuring cup here, and I'm just going to press it along the sides. It's easier than I thought. This might not take long at all. You want to try to make it even. I like graham cracker crust a lot. It's one of my favorite. You could, well, I wouldn't put Oreos with this lemon flavor, but I like Oreo crust too. You could put some nuts in here. But I like just a simple crust today. Mine's not coming out as even as I want it to. So I'm going to move a little bit over. I need a little bit on this side. It's a little thicker over here. So you just kind of, oh, got a hole now. Use my fingers. And you can, you know, determine how high you want it to come up. So I think that's good enough for me. So that's what it looks like. I'm going to put that in the oven for 8 minutes. The pie crust, I took it out. It's not quite as brown as I would like it, but we have to bake it a little bit longer, so it'll be okay. It's still a little loose. I think I would have added a tiny bit more butter, but it'll be fine. So let's go on to the filling. Pour all the filling ingredients into the stand mixer, and we're going to mix it for about 3 to 4 minutes. And I made a little extra, so I might have a little extra for the pie. I might not be able to put it all in the pie filling. We need 3 cups of condensed milk. And there's a lot of condensed milk, and I like the. It doesn't matter what brand you use. I like the Eagle brand, but I buy other kinds too. And I could just eat this stuff just like this. So we're gonna add, I have a little bit extra lemon juice, so I have about, I can't see this measuring cup, a 2/3 cup of lemon juice, and that's freshly squeezed. And here I have 4 egg yolks, just the yolks. And make sure you get all that out. And it doesn't call for this, but I have to add just a pinch of vanilla. I'm not going to add a lot this time, just a little bit, about half of a teaspoon. And I guess we could add just a very tiny pinch of salt because the lemon is a little salty. So I'm going to put this on the mixer and mix it for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then I'll show you what it looks like. I'm using the whisk attachment, and I'm beating it on high. So I finished whipping it. This is what it looks like. It's just a little, got some air in it. It's a little fluffy. So let's pour this into the crust. I think that's all I'm gonna put. I have a couple little graham cracker shells, the little ones that I might put this. So I'm gonna put this in the oven. I'm gonna bake this for about 10 minutes. And then we'll show you the next 3 little shells. I'm just gonna see if I have enough filling to put some in each one. And make some mini little lemon tarts. And you're supposed to top this with whipped cream. So I may have to finish the video tomorrow. It's gonna be just the right amount. A tiny bit. And I put it on parchment because I already made a mess. They're kind of full, but I don't want to waste any of this. Oh, I dripped. I just wanted to show you what I was doing with the extra. I let it bake for 12 minutes because mine was a little full, but you can kind of feel that it gets a little firm. You can kind of tell when it's cooked. Now I'm worried about my crust, but hopefully once you refrigerate it, it's gonna all come together. So let me take out the little ones so you can see those. These are so cute. I'm going to try to decorate them tomorrow. So it's kind of, by the time this chills, it'll be my bedtime. So I'm going to, you're supposed to, the directions say let these sit out for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to have to let it sit out for longer than that because I don't want to crack my refrigerator. But I'm going to let it cool, and then I'm going to refrigerate it overnight. And tomorrow we're going to make some whipped cream. And I don't know. Hopefully it'll be delicious. So I hope you enjoyed this part, and I'll see you tomorrow. This is actually the next day. I let the tarts in the refrigerator overnight. So now we're just going to make some whipped cream. You can use Cool Whip if you want. I'm just going to make a little, use some heavy whipping cream, and I actually just stuck this in the freezer for a little while. I don't think I'm going to use the whole container. I think it's a 1 pint. So it's 2 cups. I'm going to probably use 1.5 cups. I kind of like the tart as it is, but the little ones I made, that we ate those. So actually, I ate those, all 3 of them. They were good even without the whipped topping. But I want to make a pretty one, so let's make the whipped topping. It's very easy. Put your bowl in the freezer and your whip attachment. You could also use a hand mixer for this. You could also do it by hand, but I've never even tried that. So this looks like I froze it a little bit. So let's just pour some in. It was in the freezer for a little while. And I actually like to add just a little bit of cream cheese to stabilize it, and I like the flavor. So let's start mixing this, and when it starts getting fluffy, I'll bring you back. So I'm going to add a little bit of powdered sugar, probably about 2 tablespoons, and I made this vanilla sugar. I just put a vanilla bean that I had used, and I didn't want to throw it away, so I just made a little thing of vanilla sugar since we don't use it that often. But when you make this, you have to regularly shake it or it will get hard as a rock. So this is going to be my vanilla flavoring. I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons. So that should be good. And I've got my cream cheese pretty much at room temperature. I'm only going to add about 3 tablespoons or so. And you don't have to use this if you don't want to. I just like the flavor. So let's mix this up. And then I'll be right back. Tested it. And I want it to be a little stiffer, so I added a little bit more cream cheese. And I tasted it also. I'm going to add the rest of this powdered sugar. I want it really sweet. The lemon tart is pretty tart, so. And then Ella's just stuck her finger in there. So let's mix this up. And I might have put too much cream cheese in it, but I kind of want to pipe some. So I'll be back. I like it. It's fairly stiff. You see that? But you can pipe it if you want to onto the tart. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play with a little piping bag and see if we can make some decorations around the tart. I wanted to mention, I used the whipped cream cheese. And I find when I'm adding it to heavy whipping cream, it works much better than the block cream cheese. And I just think it makes such a much better flavor for, what do you call it? I don't know. What do you call it?
Whipped cream? Whipped
cream, yes. I just like it with the cream cheese in it. So we're going to try to put it in that piping bag. And once we fill that up, we'll be right back. And we're just going to use the big star tip. And this is a 12-inch pastry bag. But I can tell you from experience, if you want to pipe something, get the 16-inch. Yeah, this one's a little small. So let me move it over. And let me let Ella get started, and then we'll show you what it looks like. Progress. Then she's never done this before, I promise you. But look what she's done so far. It's just amazing. Ella, make those a little bit bigger right there, because we're going to try to use all the whipped cream. The whipped cream is really delicious. The vanilla sugar is a nice touch, too. I forget to use that sugar. The only problem I might have is cutting it out of this dish, because I probably should have used a tart pan and I used a pie plate, but we'll see. I mean, if it crumbles a little bit, I'll still eat it, that's for sure. This whipped cream is good with strawberries, very good with strawberries. When I make my no-bake cheesecakes, I put heavy whipping cream in to lighten the cheesecake up, and it works really well for that too. I just like that whipped cream cheese a lot. But I buy both kinds. Okay, I just wanted to show you the progress, and I'll show you the next step. The finished product. And Ella did that all by herself. I just made the whipped cream. I'm amazed. So we're gonna cut a piece and do a taste test. Okay, there's a piece. It came out pretty well. So, oh, it looks wonderful. See, there's the.
It's really good. I just tried it off the knife.
There's the. So Ella's gonna let me do a taste test, and here's the. It came out nice from this dish. So you could make this in a pie plate. This is wonderful. I'm ready to taste it. Again, I'll do another taste test. Even though I ate the little ones, but I didn't taste it with whipped cream yet.
It's a lot of whipped cream.
Yeah.
At least it was pretty.
I mean, it's such an easy recipe. And if you want to make something with lemons, because it's springtime and I love lemons. I just love them. This is delicious. It's just the right amount of sweetness. You have to bake it for about, I think it was like 20 minutes. So, I hope you enjoy this recipe. Please give it a try. Please subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye.